the African Union Commissioner for Economic Development, Tourism, Trade, Industry and Mining, Albert Muchanga, today held a press conference in Addis Ababa. The briefing, held on the sidelines of the ongoing African Union General Assembly, was focused on how Africa can leverage human capital development for inclusive growth and sustainable development. Let's listen.
In 2021, the share of own-account workers and contributing family members of the total population was 63.9%, compared to 33.9% for Latin America and the Caribbean, and 4.9% for developing Asia. Africa's productive transformation is increasing the demand for foundational, soft and technical skills. However, Africa's productive transformation differs from the conventional growth patterns of developed countries or developing Asia. Unlike other world regions, Africa's structural transformation faces low productivity in the economic factors and this has not happened in other countries of the world. By 2022, manufacturing accounted for only 11.8% of Africa's GDP, compared to 20.5% in developing Asia. Manufacturing also employed about 8% of the continent's workforce, compared to 12% in developing Asia and as much as 19% in China. In contrast, most of Africa's labor force shifted from low productivity agriculture to services activities such as retail trade, often in the informal sector. Nevertheless, growth in sectors such as agro-industries and horticulture, ICT-based services, or tourism provide significant opportunities for job creation and product transformation. From this selected example, it's clear that African countries needed to devise skill development policies that include their entire populations and identify specific opportunities for productivity-oriented skill development. To this end, the rest of the briefing shows that what we are doing as a department to contribute to the theme. And the four broad themes that are covered here are the protocol related to free movement of people, right of residence and right of establishment, as well as the issue of inclusive growth and sustainable development in Africa. The third one is on entrepreneurship, innovation, and digital transformation. And the last one is development of regional and continental value chains. With respect to the protocol on free movement of people, right of residence and right of establishment, I can state that the primary advocates for this protocol in terms of signature and ratification are our sister departments, and these are the Health, Humanitarian Affairs and Social Development Department on one hand, and the Department of Political Affairs, Peace and Security. However, we've also joined in the advocacy because it is a key platform to creating an African customs union / common market. In this respect, we see strong harmonization of qualification frameworks and skill accreditation programs as being foundational to labor market integration across Africa as we move towards creating a single African market, starting with the African Continental Free Trade Area. Comparable qualification frameworks are key building blocks of labor market integration. Their absence, on the other hand, ushers in non-tariff barriers in the labor sector. In advocates for the signature of the ratification of the protocol on the free movement of people and right of establishment, we are also advocating for implementation of the African Union Continental Education Strategy for Africa, which is running from 2016 to next year. And this framework strategy stresses the need for continental qualification frameworks linked to regional and national qualifications frameworks to facilitate regional integration and mobility of graduates. We are fully aware that efforts towards harmonized qualification frameworks to facilitate quality assurance, skills accreditation, and credit transfer mechanism require sustained country engagement, capacity, and resources. We are, however, encouraged by the fact that existing regional qualifications frameworks, spearheaded by economic communities such as ECOWAS, SADC, the East African Community, and IGAD, as well as non-governmental organizations such as the African and Madagascar Council for Higher Education and the Arab Network for Quality Assurance in Higher Education, have laid the groundwork for removing restrictions on intra-African mobility of skilled labor and creating comparable qualification frameworks that are moving us in the required direction.